Hi friends, welcome back. I am Wicked Crafty Mom, and I am here to play with some envelopes. And so, if you hear scuffling in the background, Phoebe is underneath, she's in her spot, she's underneath my little set of drawers over there. Oh, I gotta fix this. I put it on airplane mode. I remembered that part. I know I did. But I forgot to move my cord out of my way because I think I figured out how to do it if it wants to listen. Okay, let's see. That's kind of out of the way. It's better anyway. Okay, so here's what we're making. We are making these little flip outs to put in the book, and I have it set up this way so that if you're putting it in the book, then it will fit in, fold in and fold out. Now this one is for a brightly colored journal. That's the theme, bright colors, that I'm doing. And this is the size of the journals that I'm using. So I've taken out all the pages from this set of books, and I'm making little journals, and some of them, they all have themes. So, but this will fit nicely on the page, and I've set it up so that I'll glue this part down and this will be stuck to the page, so there's writing space here. It extends all the way under into here. Then it's got a little writing card with it, a journaling card that I made using the pages. I collaged all the papers that I had put in here and then threw a couple more in so I'd have enough to collage with. And I've yet to decorate the front, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back in and add more details, but I'm trying to see where I can get in terms of getting the big construction done. So, and then there's a place here for notes, and then this would be the front cover. Okay, and so I played around a little bit with, whoops, this out, doesn't go in there. I played around a little bit with this, and I came up with a couple of templates. The biggest one that I needed is this one, and this is what I figured out fits if I'm using it for this area here, to tuck in like this. So you can just tuck the piece in like this, and you've got it all lined up. So what I've got this, all I need to do is trace around it and cut it out, and I've got a piece ready for this middle envelope. And this is just a guide to show me about how big I want my backgrounds here. So it's just a couple of things to keep me, keep in mind, I guess. Okay, so this one's for a nature journal that I'm doing. And yes, this is an Edith Holden page, and I hate having to pick a side. But I will say I really enjoy the way this looks. So this was the side I picked. Again, this part would be what's stuck down in the book. And there's these journaling tags with, I stamped some fabric previously, and they work really well on this, so I kept it. So I used them, the fabric ones. And more journaling space. This, I made a collage for this. This I collaged and then traced around and cut out. And then this is the front cover. This is a tag I made. You can't really see that it's a tag, but it is. I made from some scraps, and then I have some stamps in here and then a stamp here, and this feels like it brings it full circle to me. This has purple and green and white. This has purple. This has green. They both have white. This has purple and green and white. And so it kind of just makes a little arc that draws your eye down. Plus the bird is so pretty, and it makes it kind of pop in the pop. It just makes it pop. So I've got 2 cards in each of these. And so this is what we're going to make. And this one, the paper is a little bit bigger, but I did check it against the journals that I'm making, and it fits. So, there's that. I had to cut my nails because one broke. So I haven't done my nails yet. Redone my stuff. So, these are my 2 templates that I needed, and these are the papers that I have. I actually did some preparation. So what you need are some scrap papers and some envelopes. That's what you need. I've got 2 envelopes here. They are from, I don't know, some set. Probably came with cards or stationery or something. I'm not entirely sure which ones, but I think they're a good size, and they fit perfectly in the what's the word I'm looking for? The journals that small journals that I'm working on. Okay. So I have book pages over here. I've been reorganizing again. I have book pages and accents and words over here. I have words and numbers here. And kind of pieces of pages and stuff like that. And then I have this is a historical journal that I'm working on, so I have some pieces of historical writing in a literature book. So there's like historical works and all sorts of stuff. And I ran out of my last glue book, so I've got my glue book here. This belongs elsewhere. I've got my glue book here, and I'm gonna get started. Let's see. Let's do this. Okay, so the first thing I did was ink, actually, and that I'm trying to remember. I know I've made 2 of them, but I've kind of tweaked them a little bit each time as I've gone. I am just going to ink everything. I'm inking everything. And if I don't see it at the end, I don't see it at the end. That's fine. But I'm going to get all my edges on both sides. Oh, I'm probably shaking the camera. Sorry. I was leaning. I'm not going to worry about the flap because I know for certain that's not going to be seen because I'm going to hide it. Alright. This, however, has a very good chance of being seen. So, ink it up. Alright. Oops. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we ink this up. So I've kind of done different things to each set of tags or journaling cards in the ones that I've done so far. So I'm cool with having those. Oh, that was another thing. You want to ink the inside of this because it could show. You never know, depending on how you have to line up pages. And I have used separate pieces in one of them. So here, I was supposed to have had one that was long enough to go all the way across, but I didn't because this picture was on the edge and this was important, the important part to me. I didn't want to cut it off halfway. So I've got the duck here. So I've got a different page that I fit in. So on this one, it's all one piece that goes straight down through, and it could have been here. but I ended up piecing it together so it the edge showed. That's where I was going with that. So now it's easier to ink it now than later. Okay, I already did that one. Good Lord. Okay, so it's been a couple days. I haven't made any videos or shared any videos in a couple days. Yeah. But I have been working on stuff. I just didn't film it. Yep, that's inked. Cool. Alright, so that's thing one. I want to figure out what paper I want to use for this part. Especially. So I'm going to look through what I've got. This would technically fit if I wanted to put some side by side. I'm not really worried about collaging stuff because I am totally cool with that. But let's see. I grabbed a bunch of just random pages that looked like they had historical things on them. Oh, see, here's a historical room. And this looks like it's just about the size. Look at that. That's perfect. Scissors. Nope, they're not away where they should be. Scissors. Scissors. Where did I put my... Oh, they are up there. Okay. So, I'm not even going to take this out of where I had it in the paper clip. I'm just going to clip it from here. And then the rest of this can stay in here for now. Dun, da, da, da. Okay. So, I'm going to put this behind me for now. Alright, so I've got this piece and it's going to look very nice, but first of all, I have some doubts about its stability because it's very thin paper. But also I want just a little bit of an edge around it. So, I am going to come to my words. I have my pages on words, or pages with words, like this. And I can glue this and then cut it off where I need to. So, that's handy. Move this out of the way. I cleaned my desk specifically for this video. It's been a rough couple days in my head. That happens sometimes. Nope. This one. I've got one that's almost dead, and then I've got its replacement standing over there. Because I am going through a lot of this glue stick, and I do feel like the Scotch Create glue stick lasted a bit longer than each one of these. I know that there was more glue in it, like it was a bigger stick, and I think it was a bigger stick, and it definitely lasted longer, but that's fine because I have a lot of these, so I'm not super worried about, like, I have backups for my backups. Whoops, speaking of backups, I have to, later on, I'm going to be winding some bobbins because I bought a pack of pre-wound bobbins with the theory of, like, this will give me time to, you know, fill my bobbins before I run out. Well, I have one bobbin left that is fresh, so I've got to wind some bobbins anyway. But luckily, I found a bunch of thread kicking around my place. Okay, so I specifically cut a little bit out because I want a little more room on my edge here. And so, see, since I use this, I'm going to have to place something over. Okay. Sorry, I'll make better words in just a second. Because I am using this, I'm going to have to fill this space here with something. I think I'm going to use words again to fill that. So, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I'm looking for. So, I've been getting stuff accomplished, except I have not been getting my questions and prompts up. I gotta get caught up on that again, but honestly, like, I'm fine with that. I am trying to be gentle with myself, and I've gotten, you know, a couple small things done around the house and in my room. Oh, I like that a lot. And so that, whoops, I need this. So that makes me happy that I've gotten something done. All right. So now the next thing I'm going to do is glue this. Because I don't lick envelopes anymore, even though I do like the flavor of envelopes. And I have no problem licking envelopes. And I love licking stamps. I feel like, whoops, I feel like I'm going backwards. I feel like in this day and age, that's probably not the safest technique. So, I won't do that. I actually haven't licked stamps in a long time because I always get the ones that are stickers. But I do, like, you know, I don't mind getting the licky stamps. Okay, this is my template and this is my template. So I don't want to lose them, so I'm going to put them over there so I can keep better track of them. Okay. Writing. That's right. That is correct. That's what I want to put in there. So I am going to cut closer to these words. And da-da-da-da. I'm just cutting a big old chunk out of here, and I will figure it out as I go. Whee! Okay. Alright. So I marked out with my eyes that I needed to cut right about here. Let's see. Oh. Also seem to have gotten a little bit of glue in here somewhere. Okay. So, if I glue this and ink it, it will look just fine. So I don't need to ink very far down on the side. I wanted to get some of it just in case it peeks out in the envelope. But this is good. And I'm gonna use my glue stick again. Because I like it. As long as I use a lot, it seems to work. Again, we'll see how long that lasts. But I like that it doesn't wrinkle my stuff, and I like that it, you know, dries pretty flat. I know that if I use the credit card technique in order, come on, you can do this, friend, you can do this. If I use the credit card technique to flatten out, for example, I'm just gonna overlap it a little bit. Watch me rebel. Then I can get like liquid glue, like just regular white glue to smooth out, but there. Yay. Okay. I like that. That looks really good, I think. Now, step 2. Now we glue this on here. Do. Oh, yeah, we inked everything. Okay. That's what I was trying not to forget to do. All right. Ah! Okay. And I'm just gonna line it up, make sure that it bends closed, and it does. It does, it does. And I'm gonna smush it. And I'm gonna smush it. Okay. Smush, smush. Smush, smush. All right. Dun, da, da, dun. All right. Now I need to cut out this fella right here. Cut something out like that. So, back we go. Back, I say, to these. And let's see if I have something that'll fit there picture-wise. This will. It looks like. Oh. Yeah, good enough. All right. So I want, I learned a lesson, and the lesson is I need to cut a little bit more than I thought I did on either side, because this is just a tiny bit tiny. Pen. I'm looking for a pen in the not pen place. Okay. So I'm going to do that. Oops, nope. I am going to go out a little bit. And then gonna go right up to the edge here, because this one doesn't matter. It doesn't need extra space. I'm gonna go out a little bit on the left side here. And I'm going to trim it to the specifications of the page, or the envelope, as needed. Okay, so I'm extending this up a little bit too, because I've had issues. So let's make sure we're still recording. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, we are. Okay. Alrighty. So I like this. Alright, so I definitely knew I was going to need to trim some. Oh, but not very much. And basically the correct amount was somewhere in between where my template is and the extra that I added. But oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay. So I don't know that I need that much, so I'm just going to make a little dot here. No, I didn't have that much. Never mind. Okay. So now I'm going to, I wanted to make sure it wasn't going too far in. Not that it matters, but there's no reason for it to if it is. But it wasn't, so we're good. So now I'm inking. I'm going to have to re-ink this edge here when I am all said and done, because it's not going to, I'm going to be cutting some of it off, because it's going to fold over when I close it and pop out. She said from experience. Okay. That's right. It falls out. I will use the last of the glue. I will. It's tempting to dig the rest of this out with a potato stick, a popsicle stick, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna use it until it's down to the plastic here, not go farther. Like a weirdo. Okay, get these down here. Get in the envelope, please, sir. Please, pretty, please let go of my finger and get in the envelope. That would be swell. Hi, Phoebe. She's scratching. Or washing her ears or something. Okay, let's see. I'll fix you up here. There we go. And now, this. And we hope this works. Hey, it worked. Cool. Ugh. There, making sure it goes all the way down. And now I'm going to make sure it sticks. Stick. There we go. Okay, but not to this and not to this. Perfect. Okay. So remember how I said this was going to need to be cut in ink. So let's cut in ink. Cut, cut, ink, ink. Cut, cut, ink, ink. No, I don't even need to ink because this is not an issue. Okay, so I've got that. And now, whoops, trying to cover up my glue. Oh, that's ridiculously funny. Okay, and now I need something here. And I want to use words, but I kind of want to use like a different, yeah, like this here. I want to use words, but I want to use like a different tone of paper. I want this is what I want. Okay. So, if I do this and this, all right. So really all I need to do, yeah, is line this up. Okay. I can figure this out maybe. All right. So I'm just going to get it ready and I'm going to glue it, and then at the end, after it's glued and stuck, I'm going to trim the sides because the sides are going to be more problematic, I think. All right. I'm gonna ink. I'm going to ink the edge here because I think that was the right, maybe it wasn't. We'll see. Come here, little glue nub. Come here, nubby. All right. All right. That off to the side so I'm not gluing on my glue, because I've definitely got to change my glue stick or glue page. Definitely. There we go. On your mark, get set. Oops, that's loud. Oh, not much trimming needed at all. It's almost perfect. Cool beans. Boys are definitely excited that it's the weekend. I think their weeks, I think, probably feel a lot longer than they did before because they've got their masks on all day. So I just have this, I have a tickle in my throat, sorry. I don't know. But they deal with a lot with what with the 14-year-old is a worrier. So he's very upset with the fact that he's going to school. So, and he's not shy to tell me that either. He lets me know. So, yeah. All right, so now we've got this thing. Oops. I'm going to glue this with something different. How's that? That'll work. Must not have gotten to the edge all the way, I hope. I hope it's that and that the glue's just not letting go for fun. All right. Now you stay. Thank you. Oops. Okay. So yes, he's upset. Doesn't agree with our parenting choices. And that's fine. He's 14. That's what they do. Okay, so now I'm going to decorate this. I'm going to check the time again because I've been rambling. All right. So, this is not the part we're going to see, so I like to put a little journaling space here. And this is a good background for it, I think. Okay. Scissors, here you are. Hello, scissors. All right. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter. Let's do there. And then I'm going to cut up here. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, that looks good. And then I'm going to trim the corners. Not orners. Trim the corners with my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Corner Chomper. And it's just my regular round corner chomper. And now we're going to ink the orners. Don't, 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 don't. I know. But I entertain myself, so. Do-do-do-do. Oh, since I'm here inking, if you haven't yet, it would be awesome if you would like and or subscribe and or share my videos. And it would be also awesome if you were interested in joining my group if you came and checked us out at Wicked Crafty Mom on Facebook. We have a good time sharing projects that we're working on, and not everybody's working on junk journaling. A lot of people do. We've got all sorts of crafts of different kinds in the group, so if junk journaling isn't your thing, we do, or you haven't started junk journaling or anything, we do have other crafts that we talk about. We have people that are looking for a place to learn. Hey, learn crafts. Like, I got a friend in there who wants to learn how to knit. I'm not great at explaining knitting, so, you know, I'm not all that helpful for him, but maybe there's somebody out there that is helpful to teach him how to knit. Okay, so this is pretty. I like this. I'm just sitting here, like, zoning out. What do I want to put for journaling? Oh, I was looking for, I like this. This is some ledger. I like this as a background. I keep using it. Let's see. On this journal anyway. And let's see. I'm looking through to see what there is. Oh. No. Oh, this'll work. Okay. I just need a corner or something. Just something to pop on here. Alright, let's do this. Let's rip. I'm gonna rip the edges here. Okay. We're gonna do this, but we are also going to ink the edges, and we're gonna put something on the back here. Something like this. This will work. Alright. I am going to cut this a little smaller than that. And actually it's almost a good height, but not quite. Let's see. There's that. Good. Nope, a little more. Oh, I'm going to be tearing it anyway. I'll just tear a little more off the bottom. Or the top, whatever this ends up being. Okay. Okay. Now I gotta ink everything up, and then I can glue everything down. Well, I don't have to, but I like to. I really enjoy inking stuff. I like the way it looks. One day my youngest child said to me, "Mom, you really made that look old." I was like, "Thank you." Pretty sure he was complimenting me. I try not to look too far into it, make sure. Because you never know, there's always a possibility that he got one over on his mom. She totally thought I was complimenting her. I was calling her old. Pretty well convinced that our kids think we're dumb. Okay, yeah, so I like that. Do I want... Yeah, I like it even better down here. Okay. So, I'm going to grab my glue nub and start gluing. Here, glue nub. Oh, we have reached its limits. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. And the trash, and we start fresh with the fresh glue stick. Okay. I'm going to put this a little higher in the corner than I had it originally, and I'm going to put my ink pad away because I'm just going to get ink everywhere. Okay. So. Da-da-da-da. Do you have any big plans for the weekend, or I mean, on one hand, I hope you don't have big plans because it's a good stay-at-home time, what with Corona. But do you have any plans of things, activities to do with the people in your household? Like a movie night, or... 17-year-old is going to his mom's for the weekend. So he's looking forward to that. And the 14-year-old probably and the 11-year-old are probably expecting to just play video games. There. I like this. Okay. So I'm going to ink the edge of this little notes thingy. I did the word for one of these, and I just stamped some extras. I wasn't thinking that I was going to use them on all of them, but then I really liked the way that it looked, so I'm using them on all of them. And I don't think I have enough for all of them yet. I think I might need to make another batch. But I stamped them out with one of my stamp sets. All right, there's that. If I have to glue these down, these corners, then I will. All right, so here's the front. That's the next thing we're gonna work on. 20 minutes left. We can do this. We can do this. We can do it. We can do it. All right. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna use the words section. Okay. Tear it there. And tear it down this side. Just a little bit. Oh, my fingers are sticky. And so, okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. That took way too long, but my fingers are so sticky. Yeah, the little bits were sticking to my fingers and staying. Okay. So this is the front, so I want something a little more, like I want a little bit of decoration. So I am going to put this on. Like this. Smooth it out. I'm just trying to press it down to make sure that I don't that it gets adhered really well. Okay. Glue, cover, ink, cover. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Flip, flip, flip. Okay. I keep saying okay. That must be today's Wicked Crafty Mom drinking game. Alright. I like this. And this. So, you, sir, are coming with me. Oh. Tearing it out. And I think this is going to be the focal point. Yeah, definitely. Okay. And now, I'm going to take some of this dark paper. I'm going to do that. So there's 1 and 2. And let's see. I'll get something in here I think will work. This. Oh yes, I like this. Okay. I'm going to ink these and get them on here. Thank you. And you. You get some ink. And you get some ink. Okay. There we go. Inked up. Okay. Now we glue. I am going to glue this, do I want this under or over? Under, because I want the focus on this. Cool. Let go. All right. There's that. And one more. Get this on. Get it all glued up. Okay. There's that. Yep. I like that. Aha, this is the one I was looking for. This one's my smusher. Okay. And this needs something, but I'm not sure what yet. So I'm going to move on to the cards. And the cards I make by taking, this is my, some of my glue book pages. And I just cut it out. I like that instead of using, I like that the index card size works, but I also like that I don't have to, I'm using this instead of the index card. Okay, so do it again with another one. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. All right. And then I have been cutting the corners, line them up, cut the corners. All right. So I'm gonna make this video, and then I'm gonna make at least one more video, I think, today, but we'll see. We shall see. All right, this is a piece of paper I have from my supply of paper that I'm backing things with. Let's see. Stuff's falling out. All right. Okay, this is a piece of cardstock that I copy dyed by itself. And so this is kind of, I'm going to cut out 2 of these because this is kind of my guide for the corners, or for the insets for, it'd be great if I could talk, for my cards. And this is the right size. I know it is, so it's going to be my template now. All right. Put that here. And I'm going to round the corners on these. Okay. Surprise, surprise, she inks again. Alright. And like this corner is a little off. I'm okay with it. The biggest thing that I want is for 10 minutes is for this. I just want it to look rustic, so it doesn't actually really matter if it's crooked or not, uneven, whatever. All right, so I'm having issues with my art glitter glue bottle that has the Elmer's glue all in it. It's not coming out right. I think I clogged my nozzle here, and it's just been giving me a hard time ever since I moved it. And it's weird because I can get Elmer's 3-in-1 glue, or Beacon 3-in-1 glue to come through this little itty bitty nozzle, and it's like way thicker. But for some reason this glue wall doesn't want to. I don't know. Maybe it's just clogged and I don't realize it, but okay, let's see. Just smushing it. Smushing it like I smush everything. Smush, smush. Okay, now I'm gonna ink, and then I'm gonna find some little decorative something or others to put on the front of each of these to decorate it up. And this is not holding. One of the things I'm going to do when I go through each of these a final time is to make sure that they have everything's glued down the way it should be. So when everything is dry and said and done, if it's still popping up, I'm gonna fix it. Do. Bum, 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 bum. And this side. Hey, baby. She's just adjusting, hanging out. And the cat is on the table behind me, sleeping, because they just come in here and hang out with me. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Now, I'm going to, woohoo, I'm going to throw stuff around, clearly. Okay. I'm just tearing off papers now. At this point, I'm just collaging the 2 of these cards. And they don't have to be matchy-matchy. Alright, let's see what else I got here for papers. Look at this, which definitely looks different. There's that. And oh, let's go with this one. All right. I'm just trying to avoid having flat edges. I want them torn. Okay. Let's see. So now I ink it all up, lay it all down, and then I'll find stuff to put on top. Oops. Ragged edge. I want the ragged edge, not the straight edge. And then I'm just going to put a little pull tab on them. And it's just a little itty bitty one, a very thin one, because this, I don't want it to stick out. I want these to be able to close like they don't have a little pull tab on them. If that makes sense. I think it does. But if it doesn't, let me know in the comments and I'll clarify. Oh, so this is not a funny story, but it's a little funny, but it's kind of not. Took all my Christmas stuff out. I started 3 years ago. I started making matching Christmas stockings for my whole family, and I got as far as cutting out the stockings. They were going to be lined, so I have, 2 sets of stockings for each stocking, and 2 sides for each set and whatever. So I had it all measured out. So each had 4 pieces of material that are stocking shaped is how it ended up. that's as far as I got because I couldn't figure out how to use my machine, and I just kind of didn't invest a lot of time or energy into figuring it out at that point. So they just kind of sat there. But I did a lot of hand stitching. I just didn't want to sew the stockings themselves together hand stitching. I wanted to use the machine because I thought, first of all, that it would hold up better, but second of all, that's a lot of sewing for, 6 people. Fast forward, I end up pulling everything out and looking it over to see where I'm at. So I've got everything. I think I've got just about everything I need for my stockings, right? Which is cool. Perfect. Wonderful. I sewed an inside and an outside of one of my stockings together. They are so small. They are so small. Like, I'm very upset about it, actually, because I've been telling myself for 3 years that I need to get these things done. And that I was going to, spread it out over the course of the year and get them done. And I was very gung-ho about it when I was doing it. But now I'm just so, disheartened because they're so small. I might just make them anyway. And Santa can leave some stuff outside the stocking if he needs to. But also, these were supposed to be the stockings that everybody was going to, keep for the rest of their lives and take with them when they have their own families. That was the idea. But these are, super tiny. Super tiny. I like that. And that. I do like them, but let's see. Oh, I wanted pictures. All right. Okay. Pictures. Oh, yeah. Much better. All right. So I need somebody else's head to put on here. Thomas Paine. Put Thomas Paine's head on here. Let's see. William Byrd. All right, let's put William Byrd's head on here too. That works. There you go, Mr. Byrd. And now I need a word. Oh, I'm going to ink these real quick. Ink, ink, ink. So, I read an article today that shows that the Irish, who have long believed that they were descended from the Celts, there was a burial place found. I think it was a few years ago, but they released the information recently, I think. That shows that the Irish people today are a closer match to some bones they found in Ireland that predate the Celts. And so, and they're a closer DNA match. So it looks like what they're saying is that the Irish are not descended from the Celts. they are descended from, it looks like biblical areas, like the Middle East. So that was interesting, I thought. It's amazing how we keep finding stuff out that we didn't know. As, you know, we're moving farther away from the time those events happened, and we still are learning about them. Alright, so I'm not typically a fan of old white dudes for history, and they're definitely not just going to be old white dudes in this, but I just needed to decorate with some heads here, so old white dudes it is. I am cool with that. Alright. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I thought of that, except that I'm looking at history here, and that was a historical thing that I saw, and I can't get the stupid pin in my... There we go. Okay, so now I've got this, which is part of a shirt that I sacrificed for the greater good. Not really for the, I mean, kind of, but not really. And let's see. I'm not making it a very long one, and these are not very, this is not very thick cloth. And I'm just going to grab my stapler and staple. And I don't care if the staples show, and I'll show you why in just a second. I'm super excited about this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's really simple, but I do want to do a video on it because I want to make a few batches. Alright, where are... These are not super shiny staples. Let's see if you can see that in the light. They're not super shiny staples because I colored them. The staples themselves came out of my stapler. You saw that I didn't do anything to them. They came out of my stapler like this, aged. And I'll show you how to do it on another video. Anyway, I'm over time, but I'm done. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Join my Facebook group if you're interested. Thanks. Bye.